Let's see what we can do, Jay.
Welcome to the episode of Jay Leno Garage. Today, one of my favorite categories of automobiles, original and unrestored. This is the 1994 Ford Mustang Cobra Indianapolis replica pace car. Why does it look so good? Because it only has 12 miles on it from new. It was purchased by a good friend of mine who is also 100% original and unrestored. Very funny comedian, Gabriel Iglesias. Gabriel, good to see you, my friend.
What's up, Jay? Yes, original, unrestored, and much like the car, I only got 12 miles on me.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, but that's a hard 12 miles.
It's a hard 12.
Yeah, man, that's 12 miles of bad road.
Those are city miles, not highway.
Yeah,
definitely.
that's right. That's right. A lot of potholes. But never mind that. You know, I thought these were very cool. I guess back in '94, there were 5 actual pace cars at the race, and then they built 1,000 replica pace cars. But they weren't just regular Mustangs that had tried. A little bit different, a little more horsepower. You got some of the Indianapolis stitching in here. Built 1,000 of these. And what happened to this one? Did it immediately go to a collector? Was it in a museum? Why only 12 miles?
Why only 12 miles? Because the story that I heard was that it did in fact go to a collector who just put it with his other collection of Mustangs, and I don't know what happened, but the car became available and I jumped on it.
Now, this was developed by a friend of mine, John Coletti. He was a big guy at Ford, one of the high performance guys in that era when you could do all kinds of interesting things. He would come here to the garage, and him being Italian like me, we'd cook up Italian sausages and cook them and eat them, and he'd tell us all the inside scoop on what the hot Fords were coming. It was a great time. It was a great time. John is still around. This one was, I think, one of his favorites. What is it, about 310 horsepower, 302 cubic inch, 5-speed?
I think if that. But for me, Jay, let me tell you what's so special about this car for me is that 1994 is my year. 1994 is my year. And it's funny that we're here talking about a Ford Mustang, not a Volkswagen, because this was in fact the car that I wanted, but I couldn't afford. I couldn't get my hands on it. But I graduated in 1994, and this is the car everybody wanted. You know, Vanilla Ice had the song, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Jay probably doesn't, but it's okay.
No, I'm just stunned that you graduated. That's the part that got
You know
me.
what? Yeah,
I can't believe it.
It was
it was a miracle year.
It was summertime, but I did graduate. It happened. I got the diploma. But yeah, 1994, you got to figure. 1994, amazing year. Lion King was #1 in the movie theaters. Ace of Base, which I have the cassette in the car, also had the #1 song, The Sign. And yeah, dude, this is cool. The fact that I was able to find a car that's brand new, but from my time. I wanted this car just like this in 1994, and I couldn't get it. And so to get my hands on it now with only 12 miles, you know,
yeah.
I basically took all the plastic off the car. The car had a big car condom on it. Right. You know, it used protection. So it was covered in plastic.
It looks great.
Everything.
I mean, in '94, boy, that's a long, it seems like yesterday to me.
Yeah, it's coming up on 30 years.
Yeah,
so I'm getting ready for that reunion pretty soon.
You can drive this to your high school reunion.
We're talking about maybe taking this car to Woodward next year.
Oh, that'd be fun.
For their 30-year anniversary. So it kind of makes sense.
What did you have to do? Because a lot of times the car sits for a long time and seals dry out, and you know, as the auction catalog, it may need some recommissioning. Did you have to do some work to it?
I've had to do that in the past with other cars. This car, I was very lucky. They took extremely good care of it. Yeah. There was temperature-controlled room. The only thing I had to change on it was the tires and the gas tank, because of course, sitting for a long time, the gas kind of did something to the gas tank and to the seals. But other than that, the fluids were constantly changed. It was turned on regularly. Yeah. And yeah, there's absolutely
Can we
nothing
open the
wrong.
hood?
We can. We can. And you're on the side that has it, so go for it.
Oh, this is locked.
Well, it's locked, Jay, and I think you can reach. There you go.
Is that to it?
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, all right. Here we go. I thought I was going to have to replace the battery.
Menswear, 5th floor. I like the bonging. That's what I like. You know, the nicer the car, the better the sound. When you buy the cheap Ford and you leave the key and you get this has a nice bong bong noise to it.
Come here, Jay. Let me borrow your fingers.
Okay. That's right. I forgot these were Mustang Cobras. I forgot about that. I don't know if that's the original battery. It's hard to believe it would be, but it looks like the correct one. Boy, it's pristine under here, isn't it? Look at that.
They took incredible care of it, Jay.
Yeah,
There's absolutely nothing that we had to do. Again, you know, that many years, we changed out the fluids, and that's pretty much it. Just like me, just change out the fluids.
Just change out the fluids.
Change out the fluids.
Yeah, just. But all of this, you know, a lot of times when you find a car this old, cracked and broken, and it's nice. It's all.
They kept it inside.
The light works, the whole deal. Let's see, it has a 302, which was still around, I guess, in '94. And it's about, what, 240 horse? I think that's what it is, yeah. Well, that's enough to move it along pretty nicely. Well, here, let's shut this down here. Okay.
Okay.
And the paint looks beautiful. Not a blemish in the windscreen.
Nothing. Absolutely
no,
nothing. The car is perfect.
It really is. And it's a nice combination with the red, with this saddle tan. And of course, as I mentioned before, you got the Indianapolis symbol into the back of the seat there.
This car had the window sticker still on it when I got it. And I want to say the price at the time in 1994 was $28,000. So this car sold for $28,000 in 1994.
And you still have the window sticker?
I still have the window sticker.
Let's see what the trunk looks like. Let's open the trunk.
Jay, in 1994, if you pop this trunk right here, you know what would be inside the trunk?
I have no idea.
There'd be a giant speaker in the back. There'd be a big box, because that's what I wanted back in 1994. Now, I can only imagine what you were going to say, but glad you didn't. Anyway, there would have been a giant sound system in this car. There would have been an Alpine, probably a pullout. A pullout was a type of stereo at the time.
Right.
Yeah, I know nowadays you can't say that. Anyway, there'd be a giant speaker in the back and with bass, and the car would be bumping. That's all I wanted to do it in 1994.
The car would be bumping.
Bumping.
That's
right. The car would be bumping.
Well, let's show them that sticker, that little emblem. There it is right there. And that's it's not just a sticker, it's a whole metal piece.
It's a whole metal piece, yeah.
Very cool. Well, the car looks great. I mean, let's go out and double the mileage.
I think we can at least double the mileage.
How often do you get to take a car for a ride and double the mileage? Let's do it. Come on, let's give it a shot. You want to drive? You want me to drive?
You know what, Jay? You go right ahead. This is going to be a lot of fun. And like I said, 1994, we would have been bumping.
That's what we'd be bumping.
We'd be bumping.
Yeah. With Vanilla Ice.
Oh, yeah.
A new car!
It's a new car!
Suddenly, it's 1994. Yeah, we bumping.
We ain't bumping yet.
No?
We can be.
Drives like a brand new car, doesn't it?
Yes. Oh, wait till you shift. It's like butter. It's so smooth.
Un burro.
Jay, we picked a hell of a day to have a convertible.
It's starting to rain.
It is starting to rain.
All right, let's put the top up.
You know, they always
remember, it's 1994.
All right, Jay.
Okay, I got my hand on the button. It's not doing anything.
It's not doing anything? Jay, that's not the button you're touching.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, thanks. All right.
Oh, now it is.
No, still not doing nothing.
I don't hear anything. Oh, wait, you got to put the emergency brake on.
You know what? Yeah, let's try that with the emergency brake on.
There we go.
Yeah. Look at that.
Oh, any day now.
It's 1994, Jay. Okay. And
pull it down and then push it. There we go. There we are.
I think we are in.
Look at that, huh?
Yeah.
The age we live in.
There you go.
Oh, boy.
1994, Jay.
We bugging now.
Not bumping, Jay.
Oh, bumping.
Yeah, bugging something else. I think if you were bugging back then, you were annoying, or you were on something.
Well, I know that.
I think it was like, man, that guy's bugging. I think he's something, like he's on a substance.
It's so funny to have a brand new 25-year-old car.
And the AC works.
Oh, it drives nice.
We're about to hit 13 miles, Jay.
I know.
13.
So you're going to drive this a lot or just sparingly?
Jay, I'm going to enjoy this car. You know what? It's unfortunate that the person who bought it didn't get to enjoy it the way that they probably wanted to.
I know.
I'm just assuming. I mean, yeah, granted, it's a cool car and it's, you know, you're collecting it, you're enjoying it, but that's their version of enjoying it. My version of enjoying it is driving it.
Yeah. Well, I got to go with your version. It's so funny that everything works. Look at that. All the rear mirrors.
Usually when I buy a car that's, you know, a classic, there's 10,000 things I got to do to it.
Right.
And you gotta drive it to figure it out. Oh, that's not working. Oh, look at all that play in the steering wheel. Oh, almost hit the car in front of me. Gotta change the brakes.
It's got some power.
Yes, it does. You know, and if it was gonna be a pace car, you know, you couldn't have a weak car out there to go around the track and get these cars ready.
Now, do you ever drive your car to gigs, or you just take?
If I can drive my own car, if I'm local, if let's say if I'm praying, you know, if I'm praying the car doesn't mess up. If I'm, let's say, playing at Brea or somewhere locally,
right,
you know,
right.
within an hour and a half, yeah, I'll totally drive. I would drive this car.
Yeah, it's nice.
The cool part is it still has a nice, clean smell to it. And I'm not gonna call it the new car smell, but it's an untouched. You know, it doesn't smell like cologne or regret. Or
it doesn't have break-in miles even. Very nice.
And I was afraid with it sitting for so many years that it would have an issue. And the only thing I said we had to change was the gas tank.
Right.
And of course the tires. But it did have the original tires, and we kept the original tires just in case.
Right, right.
But yeah, no dinks, no dents, no scratches.
And no rain. We thought it was there's a couple of sprinkles on the windshield.
They scared us.
Let's see. We'll see what happens.
Wait, I think I count four drops.
Need another one? Okay.
I mean, it's not too late. We could do it right now.
Let's see.
All right.
Oh.
Pull down. Okay.
Here we go.
Let's enjoy until we get wet. Yeah?
Yeah, that works for me.
Well, in that case, kind sir, I am ready. Why was it only raining at your shop and not out here on the street?
I think that's because you came over.
Okay. All right. So I was online yesterday, and I don't know if you remember, but it's I want to say the 25th anniversary of you and DDP wrestling Hulk Hogan.
Is it the?
And the Hulk Hogan and Karl Malone, I think, or?
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah. It was the 25th anniversary. 25th or 30th.
You know what's so funny about that? We rehearsed that for like 4 weeks. Yeah, I go this way, you go that way. I'll fall this way, you go that way. Okay. To this day, people want me to go, look, I know wrestling's fake, but I could tell you were really mad, man. No, I wasn't mad. No, you were pissed when you were after him. I wasn't. I don't you understand? I was there. I'm telling you it was fake. And they're, oh, I don't believe it. Why would I lie? It's to my credit to pretend I was actually fighting him.
You know, part of it's the sell, man. If you can't sell, you're gonna be a lousy wrestler. So your selling is really good. Because I watched it, I'm like, look at him go. You put Hulk Hogan in like 87 arm locks. You kept. I'm like, if you would have been holding on the whole time,
like you're doing like this.
Yeah.
You know, it's so stupid.
And to his credit, you were killing him.
You know the story of the Hulk Hogan grill?
He was offered that before Foreman was.
He was offered before Foreman. I think Hulk didn't like it because it didn't have an on-off switch. You just plugged it in, and then you unplugged it. Thought, well, that's pretty chintzy. I don't put my name in this thing. So they gave it to George Foreman, and after 5 years, his buyout was something like $137 million.
Yeah,
and he got rid of hilarious. Remember, knock out the fat. Like the fat just slides. You know.
I didn't read that far, Jay. But I know Hulk Hogan. He still kicks himself in the butt for not taking that.
Yeah.
He tried to come out with one years later, and it didn't fly.
No.
What up?
What up, Jay?
Yo.
How you guys doing?
Good, hanging in.
Looking for a drive-through. Have a good one.
Good day, my friend. You know, this is a great car. Drives very nice, got plenty of power.
That shifting though, was that right? Is it like butter?
Oh.
Is it like butter?
Yeah, very nice. And this is the last year for the 302, which was based, of course, on the 289. Then the 4.6 came out.
Fun fact, Jay, this is my first convertible. Out of all the cars I've bought, this is my first convertible.
Is this your first convertible?
First convertible,
really?
yeah.
What took
cool.
you so long? You don't like convertibles?
You know what? I think I'm just, the top's down. I'm afraid of getting wet, getting sunburned, you're open to all the elements.
Yeah.
So you look cool. You got the hair. You got the long hair and it
Of
flows
course.
in the wind. Look
Hey,
at this, Jay. I'm just as aerodynamic as the car.
Yeah, I guess that's
Look at-
true.
Yeah. I think more so just because once the top is up, the car doesn't look as cool.
It's actually a perfect California day. Not too hot, a little humid, but it actually is a cool breeze blowing.
Feels good.
It does.
Feels really good.
Well, you got a good deal. This is a great car. I mean, it really is brand new. Sometimes cars that sit a long time, they just stuff doesn't feel right.
I was super skeptical about getting the car just because it seemed like, really? Only 12?
Did you buy it sight unseen?
I did, but I had a buddy of mine call and just, verify that the company that was selling it was at least reputable enough to.
Right.
Because there's a lot of resellers out there. Everybody's just trying to flip a car, make a buck. But once I got it, I had somebody take a good look at it, and they're like, "Wow, this thing is pristine."
Yeah, it really is. And it is an instant classic. I mean, it's just beautifully preserved.
So next year it'll be officially 30 years old, and
Wow.
Woodward is now going to be 30 years old.
Right.
So the idea is maybe to take this car out there next year to Detroit.
That'd be fun. It's a lot of fun, that Dream Cruise. I've done it a bunch of times.
It's all muscle cars. I love it.
Yeah.
I got a chance to go to the Amelia.
Oh, how'd you like that?
You know what? I was actually pleasantly surprised. I thought it was going to be a little stuffy.
Yeah, yeah.
And turned out I got to hang out with all the right people. It felt
Yeah.
very comfortable, good time.
Yeah, but think how they felt.
This is the first year they featured Volkswagens.
Oh, is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I got
Did you
the
see my
invite.
57 that I just finished?
No, I know you were working on it.
Yeah,
since
it's all
last time
done.
I
It
was
looks
here.
good.
And that's the first Volkswagen you've had in your collection, right?
Yeah.
Probably another reason why I've never had a convertible. I just want to stick my hands up like a ride.
Wonderful transmission. Shifts very nicely.
I am going to do nothing to this car but put gas in it.
Yeah.
Nothing has to be done. I got people asking me already, you gonna change up the rims? You gonna put low pros on them? What are you gonna do? No, perfect. The car's perfect.
Yeah. Perfect. And
No.
it drives very nice. You know, I kind of forgot about Mustangs from the 90s just because if I see one now, it's kind of a ratty one, you know? And you realize how nice it drives. Especially this. It's got all the options. You got electric windows, you got air conditioning, it's a convertible, you got the premium interior. It's this, the pace car replica. It pulls very nicely. It's got the Cobra motor in it. It's really good. And the 30-year mark, this will be the real collector edition. I don't think you'll lose any money with this one.
Right over here is where one of my Volkswagens broke down on you.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, unlike the Volkswagens that I got, I'm not really too concerned about this car.
Yeah. Boy, this drives really nice. I'm very impressed. You think the shocks would lose their resiliency and all this kind of stuff, but no.
Yeah, it's not riding rough at all. I have a couple of cars from the 90s at home. I got a IROC Z28.
Right.
90. I got a.
I bet this rides better than that.
Oh, yes. Yes, it does.
Has that one been modified?
It has.
Yeah.
I also had a 93 Fox body.
Right.
It was completely different than this one. And unfortunately, that one rode rough too. But this feels like, as good as anything that I got today coming out of the.
Very nice.
So yeah, 1994, Lion King was #1 in the theaters in 1994. Graduated from Wilson High School, class of 1994.
What did you have in your yearbook?
What did I have in my yearbook as far as what?
What you wanted to do? What were you going to do?
I wanted to be a comedian.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so I wanted to do this my whole life, and fortunately, I stuck to it.
God, 94 hours. Hosted the Tonight Show 3 years already.
Had you already done the Doritos commercial then?
No, Doritos commercial late 80s.
Oh, shoot, okay.
Yeah, I did Doritos commercials 84, 85, 86.
That's how long ago that was?
Yeah. Let's see what this thing can do.
Let's see what it can do, Jay.
Yeah! Woo!
them brakes, Jay. As good as it runs,
Stop on a dime,
Stop
give
on
you
a
9
dime.
cents change.
stop on a dime.
We'll get back in time to put the top up.
It's starting to sprinkle, but I haven't felt anything.
No,
But I see the windshield.
no need to put the wiper on yet.
The wipers have never been used, by the way.
Oh, wow. Well, Gabriel, thank you for bringing this little piece of history by. And I think you're doing exactly the right thing. You go out, you enjoy it, use it for its intended purpose. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, Jay.
Congratulations on all your success. And graduating in 94.
And graduating.
They thought it would never happen.
Yeah, you know what? They were wrong.
There you go.
This is my graduation gift to me.
There you go. See you guys next week.